The legacy of the women who marched to the Union buildings in 1956 continues to resonate 7 decades later, with questions around how their courage and activism can be carried forward today. The South African Council of Churches is among those marking the anniversary, with this year's commemoration centered on the theme Passing the Baton. SABC News reporter Bonolo Maribe is there.
It has been 70 years since 20,000 women marched at the Union buildings to fight injustices against apartheid. Today, UNISA, alongside with the South African Council of Churches, are commemorating this historical moment. Right now, I am here with the first Vice President of the South African Council of Churches. Thank you so much for having us here. So, it's been 70 years. From your perspective, what is the significance of Women's Month?
Thank you for having me. Women's Month is very important for us as a country, reflecting on where we come from as a country, and also just elevating women in their work with regards to the struggle of apartheid, fighting injustices till this day that women experience in the corporate space, in the church space, in the community space. And so it's very important for us to continue with the uplifting women's voice, appreciating the women and the work that they constantly do in their various spaces. And so Women's Month is very important in making sure that the legacy of women never gets lost, and also that appreciation and the voice of women as we fight these injustices is a continuous, it's something that we continuously are reflecting on and we are uplifting.
So, the church played a significant role in the struggle against apartheid. What responsibility does the church have today in carrying forth the legacy of the women of 1956?
The women in the church still play a very significant role in making sure that justice is realized in our context, in our communities, in our country. We don't only pray, but also we are moved to actually work and put action in making sure that our places of prayer, places of work are places where women feel heard, women feel that they can be elevated, women feel that they can really showcase their talents, and for who they are, they can be appreciated and be seen. I think that's a very important thing, to make sure that women are seen. Everywhere they are, women are seen. And just touching on the women in our pews, in our churches, these are women on a daily basis who are feeding into their families, who are making sure that their families have principles, faith-based principles, and are going out into the world in being vessels of change. And so these are women that we celebrate today.
Last question before I go is that what do you hope the younger generation takes away from this event moving forward?
I hope the younger generation is inspired by what the older generation has been able to achieve. And I think this is an inspiration to really, Zozi once said, you must take up space. And we're not talking about it as something that's fiction. It's a reality for us. And young people are taking space. And so we are looking into the women from the past, and we are inspired by the work that they have done. But also we are looking into ourselves and trying to make sure that as young people we continue the work and we continue to be part of the conversation. We want to play a spot on the table and make sure that as we occupy the table, our voices are heard and we are actually part of the change. And so we are inspired by the women who are actually moved into the Union building and actually have their voices heard. And also today we are saying we are continuing with that. And as we take the burden, we are continuing with that work.